Happy Tuesday. How are you? Long time no see. I feel like I haven't been here for years. Glad to finally have you back. Again, we tried to make sure that we communicated the last few reasons that we had to cancel. Unfortunately, they were not my decision. We had a couple visits, I had a corporate conference, and then we did not have a Tuesday talk following forum. So again, we do apologize. It's been a couple weeks, and that will not be the practice always moving forward. So we'll go ahead and roll into some updates. I know that there was a couple things from our residents. Chris, you said Miss Norma had something? Okay.
Norma Jean.
Norma Jean. Norma Jean.
Yes. I don't know. I can never talk about this. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you hear me? This is weird. Good morning. Okay, I'm from the Employee Gift Fund, and we have a wonderful group of women who work very hard trying to make certain that all of our employees are happy. And we want to remind you that you are the ones that make them happy, because we are not allowed to tip. So we do our thanks by contributing to the Employee Gift Fund. And you'll have to excuse me, I have glasses that are not working. Thank you. I went to the doctor to get glasses that were going to solve all my problems. They didn't work. So sorry about that. Anyway, we work very hard making certain that all of their employees are remembered. Some of the employees we don't even see. The cooks, the dishwashers, the people who do the laundry, clean your sheets, clean your towels. We don't see them, but they're there. And they make our life more pleasant. We can make their life more pleasant by remembering them in the Employee Gift Fund. So please remember them. And Candy Mueller is our new chairman. I think she's down there somewhere. And if you have any questions, ask Candy. The list of employees who are members of the gift fund are in both mail rooms. So you can ask us any questions you have, and we'll be happy to tell you.
Is that the list by the Dropbox?
Pardon me?
Is that the list by the Dropbox for the donations?
Yeah, the drop-off for the donations are in the dining rooms, north and south, and in the main lobby, north and south, in the tavern. Don't forget, if you take guests in the tavern, they can't pay, but they can't tip either, except they can put a donation in the gift fund. And that's nice for the guests to remember the employees too. There's also a box in the health center. See, I said health center. I didn't say silver. I said health center. And health center. So I know many of you spend time over there, or have friends or relatives over there. So please try to remember the Employee Gift Fund, and we will remember our employees, and they will be happy.
Thank you, Miss Norma Jean. We appreciate that. Okay, any other announcements before we get started on a couple updates? Well done. All right, we'll go ahead and get started then. So just a couple reminders from Innovative Home Services. They can help you get organized. Summer's almost ending, thank goodness, maybe. This is probably my first Florida summer, so does it go till January and February? Oh gosh, okay, then I take that back. They can organize your closets, your drawers under the bed, and they are going to be putting out additional puzzles. for a chance to win your free hours. So we always just like to keep a little reminder on that. So the last winner they wanted to announce was Miss Lewis Streen. She won a free hour of services. So again, if you utilize those puzzles, you can win free services, and they'll basically do whatever you need them to do almost. So Miss Lou was the last winner. Couple updates from HR. So we actually did an annual backpack event that was a huge success. We distributed 96 backpacks with supplies to our associates' children for returning back to school. So we thought that was really fantastic. Thank you. We do have a culture committee. It's a Life Care Services, LCS program that all of us meet, and we discuss doing things like this for our associates for retention and appreciation. So it was one of their initiatives, and it was fantastic to be able to give those out. We know everything is more expensive, so I'm sure that really helped the kids. We did want to welcome, she has been training with Sherry Schweitzo the last few days since she started, but she is our new accounts receivable coordinator. She is located in the office by the South Desk, Ginger's old office, and she will be there. As we all know, Vicki had departed, and she is our new Vicki. So you may have not met her just yet. She has been in pretty significant training with Sherry since she started. That is a big role and a lot to learn. So, but we look forward to having her here with us. Couple updates from Kelly. As I mentioned, she is our new resident services director. She's been on board a few weeks now, about almost a month. So she's doing a great job, really jumping right in there to her role. We are her first CCRC, but she is not skipping a beat. She is helping with our surveys. We put those out in your box last night. I did get some feedback that there wasn't two for a couple, so we will revisit that and make sure that you get those. But we are planning numerous events to make sure we address the resident survey process. We really want all of your feedback. We really want to know the areas that we can improve upon. It goes department by department, director by director. So participation is really important. So we did get that out in the boxes, and it is confidential. It does have an envelope, but we are going to be asked that you turn those into us so we can tally and make sure that everyone has participated as much as possible, and we will be having raffles and events. So more to come on that information. Ginger and Kelly has been working on that, but we're going to be having events multiple days in a row. And we'll be collecting those from you. You can close them up, they're confidential, but we do want to be able to know that you've completed and turned yours in so we can have optimal participation. So again, more to come on that, but just wanted to mention that again as you will see those in your boxes. Again, Kelly wanted to remind us the pharmacist is in. Please be sure to stop by and say hello. Dr. Rader is able to provide you with your seasonal vaccines upon request as well. I do believe that's in the Wellness Center, and she has implemented that service for us. So
she's not here every day.
No, we had previously, yeah, it's once a week. I think it was, remind me the dates? Wednesday, yeah. For resident check-ins, just another reminder from Betsy, please don't forget to push your daily check-in button between 5 a.m. and 9:59. Reminder slips are put in the mailboxes, and reminder to hold off on any non-urgent requests from 10 to 10:30. I was hanging my towel and pulled mine and didn't realize it. So Sunday morning when security came to my door, I didn't know what I did. But it works, they're working. Environmental service updates. Evan had a couple things for us. They are going to be completing the floor care in the break rooms this week. They are going to be stripping and waxing that floor, and then they will be finished by applying the multiple wax coatings. They are doing the north break room August 16th and the south break room August 17th. So I had Evan join us just in case there was a little bit of clarification that needed to be provided. But he is really working diligently with maintenance on our trash rooms. We're having a little bit of issues trying to get those under control. So in efforts to keep those rooms clean for obviously hygienic and safety purposes, We wanted to, again, encourage you to break down all of your boxes. And the bin is located, the cardboard bin is located in the main refuse room on the first floor. We are trying to make sure we remind everyone we cannot leave trash in our hallways or littered all over those rooms. We are trying to make sure they are accessible with no safety hazards and no foul smells. So he wanted to please remind only from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. if you would discard your trash from those hours. All trash must be in the sealed bag. Please refrain from throwing glass bottles down the chute. At least, yes, ma'am.
The sign in the refuge room says double bag your glass bottles. That's saying don't do it at all.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted Evan to join. He's got that process, and I wanted to be able to kind of speak to that. So we can cover that after we get through. That way we don't get off on another topic. So I wanted him to give a little bit of clarification on that process. The biggest issue is we're having bottles and glasses bang all the way down the chutes. So we are trying to devise some solution on that. And Evan is really great at implementing strategies and solutions. So we can talk more about that once we get through the remainder of the updates. Just a couple more reminders. Clearwater Carpets is going to be cleaning the north entryway, patches, and lobby. And then the South Grand Lobby, August 16th and 17th between 7 to 11. We continue to focus on our carpets. They will be replaced in the north area, but we want to make sure that we're addressing those initial entryways, those inserts in our main areas of high utilization, high traffic areas. For COVID, we do not have any cases in IL, and I know I had disclosed the active cases in healthcare. They are recovering. They are working diligently, and our team has been absolutely wonderful, but all of those cases are recovering, and we are kind of working our way through the outbreak and on the latter end. So we appreciate all of the support. We appreciate you not going over there, and we are just happy that everyone is recovering. Some food and beverage updates. They want to remind you to RSVP Friday, August 18th at 4 p.m. Beat the summer heat. Join your friends for a barbecue pop-up. We'll do it inside the hall since it's so hot outside. Barbecue ribs, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, complimentary adult beverages, and ice cream. And that is included in your daily plan as a reminder. Ricky and Johnny are cooking Italy this Thursday, August 17th. They want to join you and your friends in the Regency room. 3 courses, panzanella salad, if I said that right. Cavatappi pasta, salsa and tomatoes, vanilla bean gelato, balsamic port hot fudge, Napoleon cookie, and that is $30. They are starting a new gourmet cycle starting August 23rd, every other Wednesday in the Regency room. That is the shrimp and corned bisque, tomato and Vidalia onion with Peter Luger sauce, carved prime rib, horseradish and chive mashed potato, steamed asparagus, and chocolate trilogy. And then their next wine pairing, they've got a lot of events for you planned. August 31st at 6 p.m., 4 courses paired with 4 distinct beverages. Lobster gazpacho, foie gras, great stuff. Bing cherries, pistachio powder, Atlantic redfish, sea bass. Say that was a new one for me. Smoked bacon, celeriac, puree, red wine reduction, glazed donut, and Nutella. I will be at that wine pairing. Betsy, you want to join? Foie gras and gazpacho. So a little bit of updates from Darwin. He hasn't been getting anything done around here. Got our REACTS wall balance in the fitness center is fully functioning after about 7 months. The left wall works just like the right wall. They did complete our fire extinguisher annual inspection. The north building, we had our generator. We had our risk assessment corporate specialist out here, so we did install actual guardrails in front of that in the event a car ever ran into the generator. There's no guardrails. So just additional items that we tried to do for risk management. Our cooling towers were inspected by the City of Clearwater. This Tuesday, they're going to be performing the public safety RF assessment at the north and the south. The stage lighting has been ongoing. It was installed in the town hall. They're finishing up some other items there. We know we've got the Bates lift in there, and they're finishing up all of that work. Today and tomorrow should be the last day. He is still addressing some items from the asphalt. We did install 20 new of the car stops or the curbs for the phase 1 of the asphalt, and the asphalt company was here last Friday to repair some of the outlying concerns that we had, and we're doing that final inspection tomorrow. Have more great news about our AC situations here at Regency Oaks. South Dining Room AC is now not going to be in until September 20th. We called to check on it, and it is delayed. So the north building is open for dining, and that's all we can do but wait on our AC and pay for the one that's currently in there. So we are still pushing to get that sooner, but that's the new date. I am sorry, there's nothing we can do. We're trying, and we can either go to the north, or we still have the temporary one that's somewhat helping in that area. Project updates. We are getting towards the latter end of our major projects. So Blue Team is actually departing tomorrow. They just told me that yesterday. So Rudy, who's been here on site, Rashid had left about 2 weeks ago. He was promoted. Rudy has been here on site. If you have any outstanding Blue Team items, we need to know about them so we can hit him up before he leaves. Because once he's departed, we will not be able to address any additional Blue Team items. So please, if there's anything additional from those that your home was affected, or the storage, or anything you were working with them on, please do let us know so we can make sure that they address that. They are returning in mid-September when we start the Grand Lobby the Grand Lobby North. When we start the north building, they will be returning. But any outstanding items, for now, I don't want them to have to wait. And any of the work that Blue Team did was under a fire claim, so it's not like we can just go in there and take over. So please, 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 if there's anything outstanding, let us know. More great news about our AC. LCS Development and Schaefer Construction were here again last Thursday before the cocktail party. We all went in there. We all know it's hot. There are issues with the AC in the town hall. Those issues are beyond Darwin's capability. They are beyond a typical AC repairs capability. They are having a secondary engineering firm coming out to review that area. So these are not issues that Darwin can simply fix by calling an AC guy. That work was done with the project. It was created by an engineer, and it's under warranty with a third-party AC company. There's only so much we can do. We are working with the engineering firm to get this resolved. We are trying to use that area every opportunity we can because we know how much we love it, but these are the growing pains of that area, and they are beyond our control. So I want to be very transparent about that. We obviously don't want to not do anything in there while we're working through these, but we do ask for your patience as we continue to work through these major issues. They're not just calling the AC guy. We've done that numerous times. So activity updates from Ginger. Tuesday, August 15th, the aquatic system presentation, Ducks Unlimited, 2 p.m., Grand Lobby South. Wednesday, August 16th, cruise planning with Carmen at 11 a.m., Grand Lobby South. I like that. Wednesday, August 16th, they're going to do In the Know with RO in the new admin offices here in the town hall. So that is where In the Know with RO will be. There's a conference room in there as well for the few directors that are not in that area. Friday, August 18th, the casino trip is leaving at 9:30. It is not too late to sign up, but just please remember you check your tables for the upcoming restaurant and museum trip. It's a great way to meet all your new friends. Okay, just a little bit, excuse me, my allergies always like to get the best of me. For a little bit of follow-up on my behalf, we have a corporate visit tomorrow. We have Amy Bear is our new portfolio finance director. Tim Wood used to be in her place. He has been promoted to a different position within our company. We're a very large company, so there's more going on at Life Care Services than just the Health Peak portfolio. So he did move on to another portfolio. But Amy Bear is our new regional director, and she will be here tomorrow to meet myself, meet Sherry, and tour the community as she will be working with us for budgets and all of the other support from the Director of Financial Services and Financial Perspective. So, very unfortunate, but something that we've had to do is effective now and until further notice, we are not hosting any estate sales at the community. This has been something that has been a very daunting task for Christine, who is our RN with many credentials behind her name, running our Innovative Home Services program. And it has taken a lot of her time, effort, and energy to be in these apartments doing estate sales. So we are no longer tasking her with such a project that's really not related to her talents or her resources. So she will work with the current few that she has planned, but moving forward, that is not something that we will be facilitating. So just want to be very transparent about that. The LCS budget presentation meetings are unfortunately, LCS reached out to me and said we are going to be hosting the Peak Portfolio budget presentations at Regency Oaks. Every year we do it at Freedom. Now we want to host it at Regency. So from 9:19 till about 9:21, we are hosting the budget presentations in Town Hall. I wasn't exactly excited to have that additional responsibility on my shoulders as well as presenting the budget, but nonetheless, it was not my decision, and we will oblige and be hospitable. So when you see that, that is what is going on there, and just want to be very transparent about that. But speaking of Christine and her team, we continue to lead the portfolio in her revenue. So again, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of your collaboration with Innovative Home Services, because we continue to lead the portfolio in our communities program. We do want to revisit, now that Kelly is here, we are revamping our entire See Something, Say Something program. I believe those forms are at all of the front desks, and we are trying to get those forms kind of either made larger for you and just kind of reconfigured a little bit. But we are trying to identify changes in condition. Going back to my very early years in senior living, I was a skilled nursing home administrator for many years, and we had significant processes in place to identify changes in condition. Of course, we've got over 400 independent living residents, and wasn't always the case in that type of setting, but we want to be able to identify what is going on with you before it's too late, and we need your help. I'm going to be rolling this out with the directors as well, but if you notice something about your neighbor, if you notice something about one of your friends or something going on with the resident that doesn't seem right or that isn't the norm, please complete one of those forms to us. We have our processes in place. We meet weekly in what's called CCR, Continuing Care, and we discuss every single resident in this community. We discuss assisted living, skilled nursing, and all of our IL residents that have been identified by this program. So please, if you notice anything different, if you notice one of your residents or your friends walking a little different, if you notice that they're not quite hearing the way they used to, please just mention that to us. Again, I'm going to be rolling that out with our team as well, but that will help us to identify ways we can help you. So we obviously want to help you continue to age in place and to stay in your homes. And if there's any significant changes, there are some residents that I've yet to even meet, and there's been a significant change, and now they've moved out, or now they're needing a higher level of care. And I just wonder if we could have gotten this information sooner. Maybe there was something we could have done to be more proactive. We know you're independent, so we're not trying to take that away, but we just want to be able to identify these types of things more proactively. So we just want to mention that again. Kelly is working on getting that form out. Just simple, turn it in. Mrs. Margaret is, limping to the left, and we know she doesn't do that. What's going on with Miss Margaret? And that helps us to follow up. That helps us to get our wellness nurse involved. That helps us to get Grace Home Health involved, Innovative Home Services, all of the services that we have at our community. So we do want to make sure that we can identify that, and we do need your help. Other than that, like I mentioned, Blue Team is departing. They finished the 5th floor painting and lighting, so they will be leaving Wednesday and returning in September. With that, they're taking all of their dumpsters. So we're excited about that. We're going to get some parking spots back. Are you happy about that, Mr. Evans? So I know they are moving one large one to the back, but they're taking 2 of them away for when they return in September. So we will get a lot of our parking spaces in our community back. We also did want to mention you can now purchase custom light waffle Regency Oaks robes for the spa or for the pool. We have been giving those to new move-ins for our spa program, but you most certainly can purchase them as well from our marketing department. So I was trying to get a picture of them. They're super cute, super light. They're really nice for the pool or for the spa. So a little bit more for follow-up. The office signs, we know we've made all of these changes in offices. We've had a lot of associates move, so we are going to be addressing the office signs. We are getting those replaced. They have been ordered. They're on the way, and once we obtain those, then we will pull those down, repair the walls behind them, and address all the office signs in the old offices and the new offices. The new office signs were custom placed many moons ago by the project manager, so just kind of waiting on those, and then we'll be addressing the office signs for the old ones as well. So we know that's on our itinerary, and we'll get that taken care of. We just have to make sure we repair the walls and repaint and all that fun stuff. Has been brought to our attention at some point when we were redoing the painting that we were missing some no smoking signs, so we're getting those ordered for the entrances. We are aware of some dead palm trees, so landscaping is addressing that. It has been mentioned about the Home Depot box that's there in the front. That is with the paving project, so because there are still some outstanding items, that is still at the front. We didn't forget it. It is just not finished, so once it's done, then we can remove that. That is the city permit for the project. A little bit of questions about our sales director. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of information to report. She is supporting another community right now, and we are trying to determine when she will transition to Regency Oaks. So Amy Wall is still supporting us remotely and in-house once a week, and we are anxiously awaiting when they will give us her start date. We're fighting for her. Fighting for her. Other than that, just again, our weekly reminders about our extraordinary impressions. If you caught any of our associates doing anything that deserves recognition, please do complete those cards. They're in the dining rooms and at the front desks. Okay? That wasn't too much I threw at you, right? Not too much for 3 weeks. Okay, so I'll go into some questions.
Excuse me. I need to bring water.
I just have a question about the estate sales, and will people be able to hire private companies to come in and take care of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes. We just will not be facilitating them from Christine. She has put her blood, sweat, and tears in those, and it's taken quite some time, and it's a lot of work for her.
Great.
She has done a great job, yeah. Any other questions?
We fill out the recognition slips, but we never hear back if they were recognized.
So we get those slips and we review those in the culture committee. As we had kind of discussed in the past, we review those every week in those committees, and from those we choose the employee of the month, and then that employee of the month is announced. I know I usually put that in our Tuesday talk, but we also do utilize those to determine employee of the month. So we do get those, and we do check those, and we do appreciate you using that. Yes, ma'am. Oh, sorry. 1 second.
There's one.
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm just really, really curious about what's going on over at the health center. We had an outbreak of, it sounded like more people were sick over there than we, with COVID, than we've ever seen before. I'm wondering if it's continuing, or have they? Well, I heard what she said, Margaret, but what she didn't say was specifics about what is being done to be sure that we don't have it happen again. When can we go back?
So we don't have a date. Kyle is our healthcare administrator. He manages that process on the healthcare side. It is, I did mention, it is a seasonal outbreak. Kyle actually confirmed with Pinellas County that many skilled nursing communities were experiencing such outbreak because those residents are so transient from hospital settings directly to our setting. It is very possible. It's not unprecedented and it's not unordinary. Now, it may not have been to those numbers in the past year, but they have got all their processes in place. They've been audited by the state to make sure infection control preventions are in place, and they are moving forward with focused on recovery and continued infection control and prevention.
Thank you. And as a follow-on on that, there's COVID and then there's COVID. When COVID was called a pandemic, people were very, very sick and dying. And I'm just wondering if this is more like the flu, or is it, which is serious?
Well, I most certainly am not qualified to speak on that, but since the vaccines have been implemented, the significance and the seriousness and the symptoms are most certainly much less detrimental.
Thank you for the
You're
update.
welcome. Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to check on the hurricane supplies. We had ordered something long ago. I've left 4 messages. I
Oh,
still
dear.
haven't seen, do you know
Okay.
if it's being done?
It should be being done. Giancarlo's been managing that process. So what is your apartment number? And I'll make sure that she follows up with you.
P503.
Okay.
I've left 4 messages with Carla.
Okay. I'll follow up on that and make sure she reaches out to you. Okay. Next question.
I have two.
Hello.
One is, what is the cost of those spa robes?
So they are $80 because they are custom. That is close to our cost. Yeah, we have to buy them in bulk. We have to pay for a shipping. We have to pay for the logo and the customization.
Okay, the other one is, the pastor at our church went to a national meeting and came back with COVID, and she has checked with the city, and apparently it is on the uptick in Pinellas County. It is apparently not as severe as the past, but it is more contagious. That's according to what she said Sunday after talking to the county.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I would 100% agree. Yes, ma'am.
I'm concerned about the guys that fixed our vinyl, that company, and I have 2 of those windows that the frames keep popping out. And I put in an order months ago before they left, and they still hasn't come. And here a hurricane season is upon us.
What is your apartment number? And I'll have plant operations follow up with you.
M311.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
Lindsay, I have one.
Okay.
Back in the slide with Kelly Clark,
Yes, sir.
on the very bottom, excuse me, there was a tagline about a shredder in the library.
I don't know about that.
So
It's
we
on
used
one of
to
the
have
slides.
a shred machine down in N105, and it was moved up to the South Library now.
The shredder in N105 was moved up to the South Library. Is that correct?
I just was going by off what was on the slide.
Yeah, Betsy said that's correct. She helps us complete this. So the shredder was moved to the South Library.
It's available for all residents then.
Yes, sir. Yep. Any other questions?
I have a question. If we can't drive anymore, we don't have a way to get rid of hazardous waste, what do we do with it?
What do you mean hazardous waste?
Well, like lithium batteries.
We have a process for that, don't we, Betsy?
You can turn it into maintenance.
You can turn them into maintenance.
Okay, thank you. And I want to thank you for being our director. I know
Oh.
there's a lot of problems, a lot of progress. Thank you.
No, not at all. Any other questions?
Yes, I forgot to ask a while ago. Is Kelly planning to have, or are there plans to have mass inoculations, vaccines, which we have had in the past for flu and for COVID?
So I have not received a date from her on that, but we can most certainly direct her on that. She is still learning that role, so we are still kind of educating her.
Because
So,
they've been very successful in the past.
Absolutely.
At holding down flu and COVID.
yeah, we mentioned that she would be, I don't have the dates, but she would be working on that.
Thanks, so Jim.
Hi, I'm curious, have you gotten the alcohol license yet?
We have not. We have not. Your alcohol is still free, unfortunately. I know you're bummed. Any other questions? Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I mean, just speaking, so if you have glass traveling from 20 to 50 feet, okay. All right, so I discourage it. If you're on the 5th floor and you're throwing glass 50 feet down into a bin, if the bin is gone and somebody's there, it hits the floor, it splatters. So Darwin and I are just trying to figure out a process so we can really mitigate these concerns you all see day after day. So I know the red sign on your chute says put it in a more durable bag. So if you want to do that, you don't want to take it down when you get your mail in the morning, that's fine. But please use a durable bag. A lot of folks use a Walmart bag and it shatters. So then that triggers us to go in or maintenance to go in, and it's just less time for us to, provide services to you all. That's all I'm wanting to do, is to clean up the place.
Thank you, Evan.
All right, any other questions?
What's a durable bag?
What's a durable bag?
See, that was my same question. What's a durable bag when you have force impact? If you have 50 feet traveling down, depending on the weight, could cause a bigger shatter. So if it's one bottle, not really big deal, right? So if you have a lot of heavy glass traveling 50 feet with the force impact, it's not going to be good. So I would discourage it. Even if it's a durable bag, I would just walk it down. It's easier. I don't know what a durable bag is.
Just double bag it.
Amazon, the shipping bags
Double bag it.
have a liner in it. That's the best thing we can do, but is that available for a normal consumer? Not really.
I would just stick to double bagging it.
Even double bagging is
I hear ya. Well, if any of you come up with any better solutions, see Evan.
There is a better
Walk
solution.
it down.
Walk it down. Thank
Yeah.
you.
There is a better solution. There are waste cans throughout the community. You can put them in a waste can, and then housekeeping will take.
We'll let housekeeping and Darwin put their heads together again. All right, anything else before we move on? Okay, well, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining.